Test, 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 test. Test, test, test. That's good. Welcome, everybody. George DeBobby here at Maryville College, getting ready for a out-of-conference football game between the visiting Panthers from Hanover, Indiana, and the Maryville Fighting Scots. We're here at historic Hanover Field, and going to be a hot day today, supposedly in the 80s. Very few clouds in the sky today, and we'll get the usual good crowd as the game progresses on. Maryville 0-2 taking on the Panthers. The Panthers with a record of 1-1. Maryville lost to Center College last week in a costly victory, 27-22, losing first-team quarterback for Maryville, Nelson Smith, who's out with a shoulder injury, and taking his place will be number 12, Trevor Thomas. So that's one of the things that we'll have to look at today between those two teams. Hanover 1-1. They beat Adrian last week 49-28. And the week before, on September 7th, they lost to Center 44-31. So we both have a common opponent. Both lost to Center. Again, we lost 27-22 in week 2, and Hanover lost to Center 44-31 in week 1. So Maryville in the scoring range. Maryville has scored 32 total points in their two games, and Hanover 80. Maryville averaging 16 points per game, Hanover averaging 40 points per game. Total offense, Maryville averaging 290 yards per game, and the Panthers of Hanover averaging 472 yards. Passing yards, Maryville's only passed for 190 yards per game, and the Panthers have passed 569 yards per game, and they have rushed 376. Maryville has passed for 190, but has rushed for 390. Maryville just throwing 95 yards per game. They look to pick that up today. Hanover passing 285 yards per game and 188 yards rushing. So not a bad rushing team either are the Hanover Panthers. Hanover in the Heartland Conference and Maryville in the USA South. So this is the second home game for Maryville. They opened up with Barry and lost 31-10. And then last week away at Center under the lights, lost 37-22. Hanover opened up with Center, lost 44-31. And again, last week won versus Adrian, 49-28. So we've had the national anthem already. We're about 6 minutes from game time. And at halftime, we're going to be honoring the men's basketball team. We'll talk a little bit about that. And we'll talk a little bit about what happened after last week's game, the 27-22 loss to Center. 3 Maryville players were named USA South Players of the Week. Chris Bunch rushed for 177 yards and a touchdown, and that is his first USA South Player of the Week. And that was against a pretty good team, nationally ranked number 18 Center College. He carried the ball 15 times for almost 12 yards per carry. And the offensive line pushed the runners for 329 yards rushing on the game. Maryville averaged on the ground 6.7 yards per carry. Talking to Coach Hayes a little bit earlier, he said he's been waiting to see what Bunch was going to do, and he's always a big guy, big yards per carry. His body strength, he always falls forward, said Coach Hayes. This week we sat down and talked, and we challenged him as we did last week, and if he answers like last week, it should be a pretty good day for Maryville. Coach Hayes said that in those 177 yards, he probably broke a tackle on every carry or maybe 2. And his speed has come back after his devastating injury last season, and it's good to see him back and Jacob Bunch is from Bean Station, Tennessee, about 40 miles north of Knoxville. And in that rushing of 177 yards, he had 6 runs or more of 10 yards, the longest 18, 31, and 59. Also, Chris Hawkins was named the USA Offensive Rookie of the Week. The freshman running back from Dandridge, Tennessee, rushed for 88 yards in last week's loss. He carried the ball 7 times, averaging 12.6 yards per attempt. Hawkins will be in his second game this week. Ian Hubbs, football special team player of the week, the senior punter from Palm Coast, Florida. He made all 3 of his field goals in the 22-27 loss to Center. His 44-yarder brought the Scots within 6 points in the fourth quarter, although Maryville got no closer. He punted 6 times for 33-yard average, and one of those was inside the 20-yard line. So those, it's rare that you get 3 players of the week. And all 3 went to Maryville, and that's, again, Bunch for Offensive Player of the Week, Hawkins for Offensive Rookie of the Week, and Ian Hubbs, the senior punter place kicker of the week. And the captain's about ready to go out there right now for Maryville. Number 50 is B.J. Williams. That's for the Panthers. Let me go back to Maryville. Number 50 is Bo Herring. He's a 6'1", 270-pound junior. And number 72 is Kyle Larson, 5'11", 260-pound senior. And number 6 is Trenton Cumby. He's a linebacker at 6'3", 250, maybe defensive end. And we'll get the starting lineups here for you as they should be. Hanover's going to start with wide receiver Taylor Blindstein, wide receiver Jared Frank, Connor Gibson, and Jackson Daugherty. The center will be Cameron McClure, left guard Jacob Meltzer, right guard Sam Smith, left guard Dylan Neff, and right tackle Dylan Neff, and that's left tackle Dylan Neff, right tackle Carter Chastain. Quarterback's going to be Noah Wazinski, 6'4", 190-pound sophomore, as the captains head out onto the field. Running back for the Hanover Panthers, 22, Sean Cohn, Walter Bellinger. The tight ends, Terry, as the Scots come out onto the field today, wearing their garnet jerseys and gray pants, white helmets. Hanover over red, white, and blue as the players get out on the field. And for Maryville, on offense, we'll go with Pierre Watkins, Jacob Bunch. Running back Watkins, the receiver. Tight end Terry Stewart. Clayton Ogle, a wide receiver. Quarterback will be Trevor Thomas. Running backs Rodney Murray. And as we said, Jacob Bunch and Chris Hawkins. Tight end should be Seth McLean. Terry Stewart will start, Left tackle Zach Lehman. He's a 6'1", 250-pound left tackle. Left guard Kyle Larson, 260-pounder senior. Right tackle Jace Britton, 6'4", 270. He's a freshman. Right guard Davian Montgomery, a 6'2", 285-pound senior. Also at wideouts will be Andrew Gentry and Jacob Cortez. Hanover deflects on the toss of the coin, so Maryville will have the ball. Maryville will be moving right to left, which basically is north to south. Wind slightly swirling. Earlier it was coming out of the west, but right now it's pretty much still. So Maryville will receive. We get ready for this game. Maryville 0-2, Hanover 1-1 as we get ready for kickoff. Getting ready back deep is going to be back deep for Maryville will be number 21. And that's going to be Brian Tillery. And number 8, I believe that's Connor Chandler, freshman wide receiver. Austin Sturr is kicking off for the Hanover Panthers. So here we go. Maryville versus Hanover. Hanover kicking off to Maryville. We get ready to go, and here we go. And that kick's going to be short, going to be caught at the 12-yard line by Maryville, cutting left and then back upfield across the 30, 35, and out across the 35 for Maryville. Goes Connor Chandler. Excuse me, that's Connor Stanley. Ball at the 36-yard line. 1st and 10. Connor Chandler, freshman from Rome, Georgia. Quarterback for Maryville will be Trevor Thomas. Right behind him will be Jacob Bunch. Thomas is a sophomore quarterback. And the first one goes to Bunch. He'll skip to the outside and then shoved out of bounds after a gain of about 8 or 9. And a little late shove there by Kiefer Askew. Looked like the official wanted to throw the flag, but he never did. Oh, there's one back there against Maryville, probably holding. So after the gain by Bunch, going to set Maryville back to the 25. Make it 26. 1st and 20 as Maryville opens up the first play with a good 8-yard gain, nullified by a 10-yard holding penalty. Thomas, the quarterback. Going to roll left to right, look to pass back, little screen the other way to the tight end Stewart. Breaks a tackle, gets probably going to get about 7 of the 10 yards they lost back. Little tight end screen. To Terry Stewart. New little wrinkle by Maryville. Trevor Thomas has never started a game. He'll get it. A little option out to the outside. Bunch going to go to the outside, and they're all ready to go. And Bunch gets thrown for a loss. It's going to be 3rd and about 18. That's a 4 or 5 yard loss. Cornerbacks came up. They're loading up the box. They don't believe Maryville can throw. So we'll see what happens. Let's hope Trevor Thomas can throw the ball downfield a little bit. They're going to need to because they are really loading up. Got 9 men up front. Maryville splits them out a little wide. Back to pass. Thomas looking to throw the ball deep downfield, and it is caught at the 40-yard line. Well covered was Pierre Watkins by number 1, Jackson Daughtery. He's a 5'10" junior. He doesn't look 5'10" at all, though. So that's a gain of about 30 yards, 30-plus yards. And that should open up the defense a little bit. So right off the bat, Trevor Thomas quiets the skeptics and says, yes, I can pass. In the backfield is Rodney Murray now for Maryville. Opening minutes, 2:50, make that 12:50 left to go first quarter. Maryville on the opening drive right here. It'll be Murray, and it's the quarterback keeping the ball across the 30 and down to about the 26 or 27. Thomas with the keeper. Trevor Thrower now, a freshman running back in the game. Thrower, a 5'7", 180-pounder from Worth County in Sylvester, Georgia. And there's a quick pass going to go downfield, and it's going to be intercepted in the end zone. The ball was underthrown. Askew with the interception. So Hanover will take over 1st and 10 on the interception. So the Panthers now with Noah Wazinski at quarterback. He's a 6'4", 190-pound junior. He'll send a man in motion going left-right. Little handoff, little bounce to the outside, and getting through the first little mesh is the tailback, and that's going to be Sean Cohn. He's a junior from Evansville, Indiana. No huddle offense, 3 wideouts this side, 1 to the far side. He'll send a man in motion, and that's going to be Cohn. He'll throw the ball short, caught to the tailback who went out in motion, and that's a first down for the visiting Panthers, 1st and 10. And that's the kind of passes you'll see most of the day by this team. They've been last couple of games, they just throw those short passes. Again, they'll send a man in motion. Little quick pass, and it is caught complete, and that's more of the same. Daugherty with the completion. 2nd and 4. Wazinski in the shotgun. Going to send Cohen in motion. Going to throw it out on the little swing pass. Maryville right there to make the tackle. Good job coming up was Simeon Winston, excuse me. Simeon Watson, 5'7", 160. 3rd and 3, make it a long 3. Wazinski looking over the offense. Looking for some help from the sideline. Gets it, he'll go back to pass. Little quick look in pass. That's what you call a little slant and wide open for a big gainer. 21-yard gain into Maryville territory at the 30, make it the 41-yard line. Hanover on their opening drive, score 0-0, 10 minutes, 5 seconds left. And they'll get a man in motion. It's going to be a backside handoff and maybe getting a yard or two was the wideout Connor Gibson. Gets about 2 yards. It's 2nd and 8 at the 39-yard line of Maryville. 9:45 left to go in this first period. Wazinski getting the start today. H-back in motion. They'll go back to pass. Pass complete, and the little turn in completed to Jared Frank from Louisville, Kentucky. Jared Frank, 6'5", 205. 3rd and 3, good gain on 2nd down, 9:16 left, first period. He'll throw these passes pretty quickly, so the pressure on the front not necessarily going to mean much if you throw the ball that quick. Back to pass, looking. And throw the ball right over the middle, caught complete, first down to Jared Frank, tackled by Kobe Manis. First and 10 for Hanover as they start driving down the field. Conan, just a quick run. Ja'Cory Jackson in the game. Got a 3-yard gain. 2nd and 7, 8:20 left to go. First period, Hanover on the move. Deep in Maryville territory at the 24. Little X play to the backside, and tackled was Sean Conan. And he'll be taken out for a loss back to the 31. So first negative play by the Maryville defense, and they'll substitute that offensive line. 3rd and 14. Wazinski, high snap, goes back to pass. Plenty of room, going to throw this ball out and throws it over the head of the little safety valve man, Sean Conan. 4th down and 14, and they may go for this probably out of their field goal range. Fourth and 14. Hanover going for it on 4th down. And there's illegal motion, a quick punt. Maryville's going to let it go into the end zone. The right tackle on the right side moved before the ball was kicked. No call. Maryville takes over at their own 25-yard line. Or at the 20, excuse me. Little pooch kick. So Maryville will go 1st and 10. Maryville's normal starting quarterback, Nelson Smith, injured his his right shoulder, which is not his passing arm. He will not be in the game today. Bunch the tailback. 2 wideouts to the right, 1 to the left. Thomas, the quarterback, going to fake the run, going to throw the ball down into the tight end. Breaking a tackle is big number 6, Terry Stewart. Gained about 4 yards, 7:10 left to go. Gained 4 yards, and a good run by the tight end, Terry Stewart. 6'2", 230. 2nd down, and let's call it 6. Thomas, the quarterback, sends a man in motion. Little end around. And breaking it upfield and getting across the 30-yard line, close to the 1st down. A good hard run, an excellent run. Excellent run there by Logan Parker. 1st and 10 as they give Maryville the 1st down right at the mark. Little handoff inside to Bunch, and Bunch's going to plow through and gets about 3. Tackled by the linebacker, Dakota Mannion from West Lafayette, Indiana. He's linebacker. Murray back in there. Man in motion, Murray. Back to pass. And there goes the flag, and Maryville's going to get a good gain, but that's coming back. Not sure what the call is, but I believe it'll be against Maryville. I've called that a couple times last game. It's probably a point of emphasis. This basically means that there might be an extra man in the backfield. In other words, maybe a tackle lining up too deep. They'll call it an illegal shift. Not sure anybody shifted. They're saying 2 men in motion now. So the man who went in motion did not set before the ball was snapped, more than likely. So it's going to be 2nd and 12, make it 13. Ball at the 27, Maryville's second possession, 5:24 left. Bunch, little option play to the outside. He'll cut it upfield, and Bunch is going to get maybe to the 30-yard line. So it'll be 3rd and 10. Thompson on the tackle for the Panthers. 3rd and 10. If you see these receivers on this side squatting down, it's so the quarterback can see the hand signals being signaled in by the sideline. 4 wideouts, 2 right, 2 left. 1 goes in motion. That's Watkins. Up the field is Watkins. Quarterback going to put the ball up and run. He'll get the first down to the 40, to the 45, and he'll slide down, and he'll get the 1st and 10 by Trevor Thomas from Lindale, Georgia. Went to Pepperell High School. And he's got some speed. And as he gets more experience, he'll get better and better. Good to see how this team improves every week. 1st and 10 at the Maryville 44-yard line. 4:03 left. First quarter, no score. Expected this to be a high-scoring game. So far, no score. Little wind around, and that's not working. And tackled in the backfield was Connor Chandler. Chandler, the wideout on this side. Chandler's from Rome, Georgia. 2nd and 13 to Bunch right up the middle. Bunch is going to get 5 out about the 45 or 44. Depends on the spot. They'll give it to the 44. Be 3rd and 10. One thing they'll have to do on defense, since Trevor Thomas has shown the propensity and the ability to run, is they're going to have to take one of those linebackers and kind of spy on him. So that means that linebacker's probably going to have to stay at home and just watch the quarterback. 3rd and 10. Back to pass. Here comes the blitz. Little swing to the outside. And Bunch breaks a tackle, gets the first down, 40, 50, and he'll get out at the 44-yard line. Hard man to bring down. Bunch, 6'1", 210, went to Granger County High School north of Knoxville from Bean Station, Tennessee. Historic little community north of Knoxville. Ball at the 45-yard line of the Panthers. 2:14 left to go first quarter. No score. And he's going to throw the ball. And incomplete. Smart play by the quarterback. There either was a player in the area of where the thrown ball was, or he was out of the tackle box. Either way, no call. 2nd and 10 at the Maryville, at the Panther 45-yard line. From the shotgun, Thomas will look to the sideline. Thomas back to pass. Looking. Going to throw the ball deep downfield, and it is going to be intercepted again. And that's going to be down about the 7-yard line, make it 8-yard line. Throws it into double coverage. And some inexperience there, but that will get better. Ball all the way down to the 7. 1:57 left to go first quarter. 0-0 your score. And if you're Hanover, you got to feel pretty good right now. And also if you're Hanover, you might want to throw one real deep right now. Either to your fastest man or to your biggest man out here. Little swing pass to the outside. And getting 4 or 5 yards. Let's make it, looks like 3. Maybe 4. Hard to see, I'm way across the field. It'll be, gets 5. Clock running, 1:40 left to go, first period, no score. Wazinski to the quarterback. Little handoff to the inside, breaking to the outside and breaking a tackle also was Sean Conan. Conan, a junior, 5'10", 185. 3rd and 1. Maryville in the dark garnet jerseys, and Hanover from Hanover, Indiana in the white jerseys. Their colors red, white, and blue. Maryville garnet and orange. Little handoff to the inside, and looks like he got the first down by a yard. .108 left to go first period. Ball at the 19-yard line. Noah Wazinski, the junior, at quarterback. Back to pass looking. Going to throw back the other way. And almost intercepted by Maryville. Hayden Tanner almost intercepted that. I think he knocked it away, but he felt when he got there maybe he should have caught it. Good hustle by Hayden Tanner. Back to pass, looking, going to throw the swing pass outside, and the tackle and runner is down. That's going to be a loss. Good job by the cornerback coming up there, Kyle Riddle. It's a loss of about 7 yards. 24 seconds left to go before the first quarter's over. No score here at Maryville. Wazinski back to pass, looking. Going to throw the ball out and overthrows on the timing pattern. Jared Frank, 6'5", 205, was the intended receiver, and that was just an out, up, and hook. 0-0, and with 3.4 seconds left to go in the quarter, the first punt of the game. Maryville's turned the ball over twice, 2 interceptions, and they'll look to correct that. Say a little hello to my friend Jeff Weaver. Get well, buddy, out there. Know you're under the weather. And there's a nice high punt, fair catch, right at the quarter mark. And Maryville gets good field position at the Hanover 46, and we'll start the second quarter. We'll also thank some of our sponsors today. The Maryville College Athletic Department, we'd like to thank our key sponsors for this season, 2019-2020 season. They sponsor all the sports, and those sponsors are Blunt Partnership, Kenjo Markets, Go Tees, Premier Transportation, LeConte Wealth Management, Airport Hilton, and Firehouse Subs. Please support these local businesses and thank them for making Blount County and the Maryville community such a special place for all Maryville College, its staff, administration, and, of course, the students. So we'll flip the field. No score. Going to get you some stats here in a second. See if we can get some stats here for you. And we'll start the second quarter. Maryville with the ball. Moving left, right. Right up the middle to Bunch. Number 75 for the Panthers. Quite a bit of unsportsmanship there. Chase Cope. And Bunch comes out. He'll get his shoe put back on. Hunter Burke in there for Maryville at wide receiver. Back to pass. Looking, throws the ball out here high and getting to the 40-yard line. He's going to get about 4 yards to the 41-yard line, maybe 5. So it'll be third down, and let's call it 5. Maryville's previous 2 possessions, both in the first quarter, ended in interceptions. Thomas, the quarterback. Comes the blitz. Maryville goes the other way, and we get it up the middle to the 30, to the 25, to the 20. And then slung down from behind. Slung down from behind. Trevor Thrower. 1st and 10, Maryville. Pass to the outside, little screen pass. And sidestepping inside the 10, and a late hit out of field. Late hit out of bounds, no call by the H official. Gets down to the 12-yard line. So first down. So with 13:20 left to go in the first quarter, Maryville now deep in the red zone. Handoff to the outside, to the 10. Tevin Thrower to the 10. Ball resting right at the 10. Maryville can get a first down at 2nd and 8. They've got to get to the, say, inside the 3-yard line. Play clock at 10. 2 setbacks. Right up to Bunch. Bunch is going to get across the 10 down to the maybe 6 or 7. Just a little X blocking up front, or trap block. Andrew Gentry going in for Maryville. The Panthers substituting frequently, which is good for this day. Hot. 12 minutes left to go. First period, no score. Maryville threatening on 3rd and 6 at the Hanover 7-yard line, or 8-yard line. To Bunch. Bunch cuts it back inside, and Bunch gets back to the line of scrimmage. 4th down. Maryville going to kick a field goal here. Maryville relying on Jacob Bunch, but he's running into a loaded box, as they call it. Hubs getting ready to kick a field goal. As I said last week, he was a USA South Special Teams Player of the Week last week. It's going to be a 25-yard field goal. The holder, Clayton Ogle. Long snap, Eric Graham. The kick sails high, and it is good. Maryville leads 3-0 with 10:59 left to go in the first period. Some quick stats for you. See if we can refresh these stats. 3-0 your score. Maryville leads. Maryville has 7 first downs, Hanover 4. Maryville has 3 passing and 4 rushing. Hanover 3 passing, 1 rushing. Maryville is 4 of 5 on third down, which is pretty good. And the Hanover Panthers are 3 of 5 on third down. Maryville has run 22 plays for 131 yards, or a 6-yard per play average. The Panthers 17 plays, 54 total yards, 3.2 yards per average. Maryville has 70-yard passing and Hanover 42. 2 interceptions are the big story today by Maryville, 2 turnovers. But Maryville still leads 3-0 with 11 minutes left to go here in the second quarter here at historic Hanover Field on the campus of Maryville College. It's a little pooch kick, and it's caught at about the 28-yard line. And getting across the 35 down to the 38-yard line. Ready, 1st and 10 for Hanover. Brady Jernigan in there at the left side. Eccles in the middle on the offensive line. Defensive line, excuse me. Remember, with a 3-man front, they're going to rush through, and about 3 yards. Right up behind Carter Chastain, the offensive lineman for the Panthers. So let's say we got 3 yards. Wazinski sends Blindstein in motion. Going to hand off the other way, and it's Conan through a gap, and he'll get close to the first down. They may just give it to him. And they got the first down at the Maryville 48-yard line, 1st and 10. 10:17 left to go here in this second quarter at Maryville, home of the Fighting Scots. Hanover down 3-0 to Maryville. Wazinski, the quarterback for Hanover, will go back to pass, looking. Little timing pattern, caught at about 10 yards on the coverage for Maryville. Was Hayden Tanner. These are timing patterns. And no handoff. And again, another hole up the middle. That 3-man front. Cumbie on the tackle. The Panthers get all the way down to the 30. This is a hurry-up offense. And again, same play. And this time coming up to blow that play up on a good hit, although he didn't make the tackle, was Bo Herring. Bo Herring just smashed the guard. Taylor Thomas in there from Jefferson County for Maryville. Wazinski rolls out, back to pass, going to look, and it is knocked away. Good job by Pierre Watkins.
Wazinski's pass is incomplete, intended for Sam Jackson, broken up by Jeremy Hartnett.
Make that hard net on the defense. 3rd and 8. Maryville substituting Freely. Kashawn McGee in there also now for Maryville. Back to pass, looking. Right over the middle, caught complete. And that's just a timing route. Ball completed to Jackson Daughtery. 8:51 left to go, 3-0. Good drive by the Panthers. Down here they'll rely on Sean Conan at the tailback, and he'll throw the ball. Little pass to the outside. Out of bounds goes Daughtery at the 8-yard line. 2nd down, and let's call it a 6 yards. Ball at the 9. And you can see that type of offense. Quick passes, timing routes. It's a good, quick offense. Wazinski is the quarterback, tailback Cohen. Goes to the tailback, and he gets through across the 5, down to the 3, and it'll be 1st and goal at the Maryville 3 with 8:09 left to go. Maryville fans wanting the defense to pick it up, and let's see what happens. Tailback Sean Conan is 5'10", 185. And they'll give the ball to him, and he'll have to skip it to the outside. And a big hold there by number 57. No call. Yes, we get the call now. Now we get the call. The hold was by Dylan Neff. It's what you call a hide hold. You grab the guy's shirt while you're engaged and hold him, and if he can't get away. So it'll take him back 10. It's going to set him back to the 13-yard line where it's 3rd and goal. Make it 2nd and goal. 1st and goal at 13. We got an official timeout. Clock back will be set back to 7:41. Wazinski looking to pass, and that's going to get close to the goal line, down to the 1 or 2. It's Daughtery. Second and goal, ball at the 3, 7:35 left to go. Picked up the quick 10 yards. Again, Sean Conan in the backfield, and that's a handoff to him, and he's going to get into the end zone for the touchdown. So after a pooch kick, which got the ball out to about the 40-yard line, the Panthers drive it down and take the lead, 6-3, with 7:30 left to go. Extra point yet to be attempted. It will be attempted by Austin Sturr. He's a junior from Warsaw, Kentucky. That kick almost blocked, but it still goes good. 7-3, Hanover leading at the 7:30 mark. And again, we'd like to thank our sponsors, Blunt Partnership, Kenjo Markets, Go Tees, Premier Transportation, LeConte Wealth Management, Airport Hilton, and Firehouse Subs. Please support these local businesses and thank them for making Blount County and the Maryville community such a special place for all Maryville College, its staff, administration, and of course, its students. I'll be right back. Your score as that drive by Hanover puts them up at the 10-yard line. Ball coming out and breaking a tackle and still getting some yards across the 30. Number 21, Tillery. Ball in good position out across the 33. 1st and 10, 7:18 left to go. First quarter, Maryville down by 4, 7-3. Trevor Thomas, the starting quarterback. Hand off to Bunch, right up the middle, and Bunch going to get 7 or 8, maybe 9 yards. Tackle by Sam Smith. Ball out at the 43-yard line. They give them, say, 1st and 10, 10-yard gain. 6:50 left to go in this second quarter. Maryville down 7-3. Little quick pass to the outside. Stutter step, getting some extra yardage. The wide receiver for Maryville, Andrew Gentry, with about 5 yards. And the starting quarterback for Maryville, the regular starting quarterback, Nelson Smith, injured his right shoulder, which is not his throwing arm. He's a lefty. And Trevor Thomas doing a pretty good job coming in on his first start. 7-3 your score. Maryville down to Hanover. Non-conference game. Got everybody bunched in there. And getting just a couple of yards across the 50 into Hanover territory is Jacob Bunch. It's going to be 3rd and 2. 5:40 left to go in this first half. Thomas looking to the sideline. Six feet tall, 170 pounds. Got some good legs. High snap. Bunch going to break it to the outside. Bunch breaks a tackle. He'll get the first down, and we got a flag. I think it's a
face mask.
Might be a face mask. Let's see. Now they're going to call a hold against Maryville. It's going to put him back 10 instead of a first down. It's going to be 3rd and 12. Maryville hasn't had too many penalties all year long, and today they've got a plethora of penalties. Only penalized 132 yards total so far, and it's 3rd and 12. Maryville with trips on the outside. Knocked down on the screen pass. Knocked down by Carson Plessinger. And Plessinger and Thomas have a little bit of a discussion. And it'll be 4th down. So 5:01 left to go. 7-3 your score. Hanover leads Maryville.
Number 1, Jackson Doherty.
Good snap. High kick, fair catch called. And catching the ball at the 28 will be Jackson Daughtery. So that's where the Hanover Panthers will start, leading 7-3 over Maryville. Bugs.
June bugs.
We've got bugs in the press box. So there is no quarterback. It's going from the Wildcat. And no gain. A little end around by Sam Jackson. Quarterback was split out wide. The handoff was made by Sean Cohen. 2nd and 12, loss of 2. Cumbie on the tackle. 2nd and 12. Little handoff again, and Cohen breaks it up the right side. He's going to get to the 50, to the 40. Is anybody going to catch him? To the 10, and inside the 10-yard line. Great run. There's a flag on the play. It looks like they'll get the flag is way back. We've got an injury, an official timeout. Maryville injured player, but we'll wait and see what the penalty is. It's on the far sideline at about the 30-yard line. Let's see what the officials are saying. It's against Maryville. At least the Hanover Panthers are saying it's against Maryville. See what the officials can tell us. So it's a 10-yard penalty. Not sure what this is. Unless it happened after the play. Okay, so it's a sideline interference. So somebody apparently was out on the field that shouldn't have been, and it's a 15-yard penalty from the 5. It's 1st and 10 at the 20. Good run, though. That run was from the 32, I believe, down to the 5. That'll pad the rushing stats. Little quick pass and incomplete. Wazinski trying to get it to Connor Gibson, a little bit behind. Harbin on the defense for Maryville. 2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line. 5 receivers in the pattern. No running back, just the quarterback, Wazinski back there. Look to pass, little, and he's down on the ground. So they're going to call it complete at the 16. It's a 4-yard gain, so it'll be 3rd and 6. 7-3 your score. Hanover leads with 3:35 left to go in this second period here at Maryville. Tailback is Walter Ballinger, number 41 for the Panthers. Wazinski, the quarterback. Go back to pass, looking. Here comes the blitz. And he's going to be tackled from behind by Big Bo Herring on the blitz. And that goes all the way back to the 26-yard line. And that puts them out of field goal range. More than likely, they'll go for it again. Well, they went for it. Well, they didn't really go for it. It was a pooch kick by the quarterback. So a couple people in the crowd talking about the spot at the 30-yard line. He was back at the 34, and they've spotted it at the 31. And now we've got a timeout by Hanover. I'm going to take a break here. We'll be right back. Maryville down 7-3 with 2:33 left to go in the second quarter. We come back. It'll be 4th down and 16 for the Panthers. Welcome back, everybody. It's 4th down and 16. The Panthers have the ball on the Maryville 26-yard line. 2:33 left to go. They lead 7-3. In comes quarterback Noah Wazinski. Last time in this situation, he did a quick punt. They were a little farther up the field. They have to get down to the 10-yard line for the first down. Here we go. 4th and 16. Wazinski back to pass. Looking. Going to be rushed. And he is out of bounds. It wouldn't have been close anyway. And Maryville holds on 4th down. Good rush by the Maryville defense. And Noah Wazinski, the 6'4", 190-pound junior, are going to go off the field slowly. I don't believe he's 190 pounds either. So Maryville takes over on downs, 1st and 10. 2:25 left to go. Maryville has to be careful here. Take care of the ball. Back to pass. Little swing pass out to the tight end. Breaking 2 tackles and then getting just a couple of yards is Terry Stewart.
Thomas's pass is complete to Terry Stewart.
Terry Stewart coming off a little gimpy. In his place will be,
28. It's 2nd down, 8 to go.
we're going to send in a back, Rodney Murray. 2nd down and 8. And we're going to have a false start. So Maryville, lots of penalties today. .144 left to go. Maryville down 7-3.
Penalty puts the ball at the 23.
The defense of Hanover, some people had questioned how good they are. They seem pretty good today. Trevor Thomas, 6 feet tall, 170. He'll take the snap. Going to throw the ball out of bounds. Good job. Good job on defense by Hanover. Good job by Thomas not to throw the ball away. Now Hanover still has 2 timeouts left, and there's 1:16 left. 3rd and 13. I suspect no matter if Maryville runs the ball, Hanover will call a quick timeout. And they're going to pass. So we're going to get another penalty against Maryville. Maryville just penalizing themselves time and time again. There's 3 penalties on this drive alone. See if they're going to take the penalty or decline it. I would take the penalty. They're going to decline it. I would take the penalty and put them back another 10. Well, they're inside the 20, so be half the distance to the goal. That was the freshman Joshua Dutcher on the hold. So we've got a timeout now by Hanover. So Hanover with 1:09 left to go. I believe that's their second timeout. So they'll have 1 left. And with a fair punt, and they could get the ball in pretty good field position. So let's see what the coaches can come up with here. At halftime, we're going to honor the men's 2018 and 19 basketball team. So stay tuned for that. They had a 21-8 record and went to the NCAA tournament. It was Coach Randy Lambert's last season. Coach Lambert over 700 career wins, 722 to be exact. Hubbs getting ready to punt. And a short punt by Hubbs. And let's see it bounce. It's going to take a good Maryville bounce down to the 40-yard line. So 56 seconds left to go at the 40. 60 yards away for a touchdown for Hanover. And they lead 7-3. Will be Wazinski. Goes back to pass. Going to throw that quick pass out here. And it'll be about a 5-yard gain. And they'll give him 6 to the 40, make it the 46, and that'll stop the clock with 52 seconds left. Hard to believe that play only took 4 seconds. Ball at the 46 of Hanover. Unless they put a linebacker out there, they'll do that all day long. Into Maryville territory. Blindstein. They'll go back to pass again. Over the middle, caught complete. That's a first down again. And we got a timeout by Maryville. So they've moved the ball from the 40 about 30 yards in about 15 seconds. First and 10 for Hanover at the Maryville 42. Coaches huddling up on defense for Maryville, on offense for the Hanover Panthers. Prior to this game, Wazinski was 38 for 61 with one interception, 62%. He's passed for 105 yards today. So here we go. First and 10. Wazinski. Back to pass, looking. Throw the ball right over the middle, and it's a first. It's complete on first down. Ball at the 15. So it's going to be second down and 6. Clock at 25 seconds. And do we have a timeout? Yeah, we got a timeout. Coach Hayes wanting a hold, but didn't get it. About 1,000 people in the stands saw it on this side, and nobody saw it on that side. Coach Hayes is going to argue all day, but it's not going to change anything. Officials do a pretty good job. Just depends on which side of the field you're on and who's the penalty called on sometimes. Let's thank our sponsors again: Blunt Partnership, Kenjo Markets, Go Tees, Premier Transportation, LeConte Wealth Management, Airport Hilton, and Firehouse Subs. These are our sponsors for the 2019 and 20 season, and we'd like to thank those key sponsors. So, third down and 2 at the Maryville 21-yard line. 17 seconds left to go, no timeouts. Look to throw the ball to the sideline, and throw the ball over the middle, and it's caught inside the 5-yard line. And that's caught by Connor Gibson. And they spike the ball with 10 seconds left. And all that was a little short post pattern. Man runs upfield, drives defender back, and cuts to the middle. And you can exploit one-on-one coverage, which Wazinski did that time. Good pass, good catch. Not too bad a defense, but a perfect pass. So with 9.6 seconds left to go, the Panthers lead 7-3. Tailback is Ballinger. Going to go back to pass. And the ball is knocked away with 5 seconds left to go. Fans are complaining about something. Coaches want some holding calls, and they're not getting them. Coach Hayes is beside himself down there. So Wazinski with one more play, maybe. At least one more play. 5 seconds left to go. Go back to pass, looking. Here comes the rush. And in the end zone, all by himself, caught for a touchdown. Nobody covered him. Wide open was Brett Luker. Make it Jared Frank. The Maryville defender lost track. And that cost Maryville 7 points. And that ball is blocked, picked up by Maryville. And down the 50 to the 40. And a pulled hamstring. You can't believe it. All the way down the field and pulling a hamstring at the 20-yard line. And we've got whistles all over the place.
Stur's kick is blocked by Simeon Watson.
There's a flag at the line of scrimmage, though. A flag at the line of scrimmage. Let's see what this is. And they're going to bring it back. It says Maryville was offsides, I believe, is the preliminary indication. So no matter how far he ran it back, no matter how good it was, it would have been come back anyway, and that is Pierre Watkins. Make that Jeremy Hardnett. Either a cramp or whatever, but this is going to come back. 13-3. They'll move it to the 1.5 yard line. Going to wait for Hardnett to get off the field. 5'11", 175-pound senior. That's a big blow if he's hurt. So a good block, but you can say the reason he got in there so quick was because he was offsides. 13-3, no time left on the clock. And this one almost blocked again, but it goes through. It's good. 14-3, and Maryville gives up a touchdown with 1:40 left on the clock and driving 60 yards in 1 minute and 40 seconds with 2 timeouts, or 1 timeout, was the Hanover Panthers, and they lead 14-3. We'll be back with some stats in just a minute.
would like to honor the 2018-19 Maryville College men's basketball program. Their 21-8 record and 14-4 mark in USA South play culminated in back-to-back USA South tournament titles and the program's 20th trip to the NCAA postseason. Coach Lazaris and his staff will be proud to display their championship banner within Cooper Athletic Center this upcoming season. Let's meet your championship basketball squad. Coaches Randy Lambert, Ronald Lazaris, Sean Jones, Jeff McClure, Derek Creighton, Kyle Creasy, and volunteer assistant Kason Graham, who will not be here today. We have two players that could not make the trip back to the Highlands today, Caleb Estes and Preston Tomlinson. And now the players, seniors, Emmanuel Garcia, Colt Notes, Dante Papa, Calvin Songster, Chris Watson,
Excuse me, sir. How are you today?
Pierre
We're tall. How about we put it like that? It was nice last time. It was a lot. I'm ready for fall.
and Antarius Gray. The junior, Josh Brooks. The sophomores, J.R. Sanders. Trevor Gaines Perry. Jordan Griswood. The freshman, Dallas Ogletree. Javon Crane. David Clark. Dalton Coleman. Nick Clifton.
Big time player as a freshman.
Kevin Chong. Greg Brady. And last but not least, J.P. McGee. Sox fans, help me congratulate this championship program and make plans to see them beginning November the 16th.
These are this year's freshmen.
Welcome back, everybody. George DeBobby here at halftime. Maryville College taking on the visiting Hanover Panthers. Maryville down 14-3 at halftime. But we also want to honor the 2018-19 Maryville College men's basketball team, coached by Randy Lambert. His last season, 722 victories for Coach Lambert. And certainly in all divisions, whether Division 1, 2, or 3, one of the top 50 winningest coaches of all time with those 722 victories. In Division 3, he is fourth all time in Division 3 victories. So Coach Lambert retires, but he retired going to the NCAA tournament and losing in that first round. But let's address that 21-8 record, a 14-4 mark in the USA South. That was a back-to-back USA South tournament win and conference titles. And it also sent them for the 20th time to the NCAA postseason. New coach Raul Placeres will honor that conference championship with a banner ceremony later in the basketball season. The coaches was head coach Randy Lambert, head assistant and now head coach Raul Placeres. Sean Jones will be the head assistants. Also assisting was Jeff McCord, Derek Creighton, Kyle Creasy, and volunteer assistant Kason Graham. A couple of players couldn't make the trip. Matt Noakes, Caleb Estes, and Preston Tomlinson, although I think Caleb was there. Senior players for this team, basketball team that went 21-8, were Colton Noakes, Dante Hoppa, Calvin Songster, Chris Watson, Amir Bowman, and Dantarius Bray. The juniors on the team were Josh Brooks, the only junior. Sophomores, J.R. Sanders, Jordan Griswold, Trevor Gaines Perry. Freshmen, Dallas Ogletree, Javon Crane, David Clark, Dalton Coleman, Nick Clifton, Kevin Chong, and Greg Rainey, along with J.P. McGee. So we congratulate this championship program and the second consecutive USA South Conference title. They open up on the 16th of November against Johnson University at 4 p.m. with first-year head coach Raul Placeres. If you want to see them play prior to that, they have an exhibition game against Middle Tennessee State in Murfreesboro, noon on November 5th. But the season opens at 4 p.m. November 16th. Right here, back to football. It's Maryville down to the visiting Panthers of Hanover, 14-3. Go through the drives. Maryville in the first quarter, it ended in an interception, 5 plays, 2 minutes 47 seconds. They started on the 46-yard line, and the ball, 36, and the ball ended up inside the 20 on the interception. Hanover took the ball over and they punted. The next possession was also an interception for Maryville, and Hanover could not take advantage of that, and that ended in a punt also. In the second quarter, Maryville took an 8-play, 38-yard drive, took 4 minutes and 1 second. The result was a field goal. Maryville led 3-0. On the next drive, Hanover, an 11-play, 62-yard drive, took 3 minutes, 21 seconds, and it was a touchdown. Hanover, extra point good, 7-3. Maryville in the second quarter.
Come on, man.
Maryville in the second quarter from their own 33 had to punt. The next drive by Hanover also ended in a punt. They took the ball 46 yards. Maryville on the next drive had to punt, with 1:29 left to go, or 1:39, and Hanover took the next drive, and with 1:40 left to go, took the drive about 60 yards, ended in a touchdown and an extra point. So it's 14-3. Maryville actually had blocked the extra point and was running it back, and it was Jeremy Hardnett, who ended up with a pulled muscle or a cramp down about the 20, but that would have come back anyway as Maryville was offsides. So the score, 14-3, Maryville down to Hanover here at home. Maryville 0-2, looking to get back on the winning track. Some stats for y'all. Maryville 8 first downs, Hanover 14. Maryville got 3 first downs rushing, make it 5 rushing, 3 passing. Hanover 9 passing, 5 rushing. Third down efficiency, Maryville 4 of 7, Hanover 6 of 9. Maryville did not go for a fourth down. On any possessions. Hanover was 0 of 1. Total plays 29 for Maryville, Hanover 43. Maryville has 147 yards and Hanover 247. Maryville 5.1 yards per play, Hanover 5.7 per play. Maryville 73 yards passing, 9 of 14. And Hanover 144 yards passing, 19 of 27. Maryville 5.2 yards per play, Hanover 5.3. Hanover was sacked 1 time for 10 yards. Maryville 74 yards rushing on 15 attempts, or 4.9 yards per attempt. Hanover 103 yards rushing, 16 rushing attempts, 6.4 yards per play. In that 103 yards, 60 of it was one run, so that 6.4 yards per rush a little bit inflated. Maryville has been penalized. Maryville has 2 punts for 72 yards, Hanover 2 for 64. Hanover averaging 32 yards per punt, Maryville 36. Maryville has returned those punts 45 yards, Hanover just 11. Two interceptions by Maryville. Maryville has been penalized 5 times for 31 yards, Hanover 2 for 25. Maryville had the ball 17 minutes, 18 seconds. Hanover 12 minutes, 42 seconds. The score, Maryville down to Hanover 14-3. Wazinski 19 of 27 for 144 yards, 1 touchdown. Trevor Thomas 9 of 14 for 73 yards, 2 interceptions. Rushing, Trevor Thomas has 2 for 29. Jacob Bunch 9 for 22. Tevin Thrower 2 for 20. Parker 1 of 6. Connor Chandler 1 for -3. For the Hanover Panthers, rushing wise, Sean Cohen 13 attempts, 113 yards, and his longest run was 69. Connor Gibson 2 yards on 1 attempt. Noah Fuchs -2 on 1 attempt, and Wazinski -10. That was the sack. Receptions for Hanover. Daughtery 5 for 39 yards. No touchdowns. Gibson 4 for 39. No touchdowns. Tyler Blindstein 2 for 31. No touchdown. Jared Frank 4 for 19. 1 touchdown. For Maryville, it's Pierre Watkins 2 for 30 yards. No touchdowns. TJ Coleman 2 for 14. Bunch 1 for 12. Stewart 3 for 12. And that basically are your stats. Defensively, Bo Herring leads Maryville tacklers with 7 total tackles. And 23, Carson Plessinger has, make it Cornell Dash, has 5 tackles. Dakota Mannion has 6 tackles. Hayden Tanner for Maryville has 8, as does Kobe Manis. So we get ready for the second half here at Maryville. And Hanover has a chance to do some damage as they get the ball back from Maryville. They took that last drive with last score, 1 minute and 41 seconds left on the clock with 2 timeouts, and scored a touchdown on a scramble by the quarterback, Noah Wazinski, through the pass in the far right corner. The defender for Maryville had come up on the run and left his man open, and that's all she wrote. So here we go. We start the second half. at Maryville. Maryville down 14-3 in this non-conference game.
Kicking off for Maryville, number 45 is Trey Hampton.
Trey Hampton getting ready to kick off. And back deep is, not sure who that is back there. This kick's going to be short. It's going to go to the 15-yard line to Pica. Pica down the sideline. And that'll get Maryville back out on defense. And that hit by Pica got some people excited on the other side of the field.
Pica returns the kick. Grant Hornbuckle with the tackle.
Offense the same for the Panthers. Although the tailback back in there, Sean Cohen.
1st and 10, Hanover. at
Wazinski
the 30.
at the 30-yard line. We start the second half. Hanover in the lead, 14-3. They'll go back to pass. Little screen pass to the outside. I think we have a flag down. Maybe not.
Wazinski's pass is complete
5-yard pass.
to Sean Conan. Gain of 5. Second down, 5 yards to go.
2nd and 5 on the completed pass. New tailback in there is Walter Ballinger. So Cohen in motion, give it to Ballinger, back the other way. He'll get into the mesh and get nothing. Be 3rd down
Walter
and
Ballinger
5.
carries the ball. Brady Jernigan in on the tackle. 3rd down, 5 at the 35.
3rd and 5, big play for Maryville here. See if Maryville made any kind of adjustments. Doesn't look like any kind of adjustments have been made. Got 3 receivers out on this side, and we've got
Flag on the
illegal
right.
procedure against Hanover. So that'll set them back 5 and make it 3rd down and 10.
It will be 3rd down, 10 at the 30.
Zach Ransdale was the culprit according to the official. 3rd down and 10. Can the Panthers get a 1st down here? Maryville looks a little confused on offense. And they'll overthrow the ball. Intended receiver Daugherty, it'll be 4th down.
Wazinski's pass is incomplete, intended for Jackson Doherty.
So 3 and out for the Hanover Panthers on their first possession.
Braden Oberhausen comes in to punt. Deep for Maryville, number 5.
Obenhausen into punt. Back deep for Maryville is Clayton Ogle. Good high punt. Ogle going to take a fair catch at the 33-yard line.
Clayton Ogle makes the fair catch at the 38. That's where Maryville College takes over.
So actually at the 38,
Correction, at the 33, 1st and 10.
make it
Maryville.
33. 13-14 left to go. Little jet sweep to the outside. And we're going to get a couple of yards, maybe.
Shamar Collier carries the ball.
Collier on the ball carry.
Ben Panitz in on the
Ball at the 34, a yard gain. The 2nd down and 9. Opening drive for Maryville. They're down 14-3 here to start the second half. Bunch on the backside, and Bunch is going to get maybe a couple of yards to the 35.
Jacob Bunch carries the ball. B.J. Williams makes the tackle.
So it's going to be 3rd and 8.
It's 3rd down 8 at the 35.
The wind kind of swirling around. Trevor Thomas, the quarterback, looks to the sideline. Needs 8 yards for the first down. Good rush. And he'll be sacked from the backside.
Quarterback Trevor Thomas is sacked.
And
Carson Plessinger.
Plessinger shed the block of Zach Lehman and made the tackle. It's a loss of 7, 4th down. Hanover will get pretty good position
16
here.
to go.
Back deep
Ian Hobbs
will be
comes in to punt deep for
Jackson
Hanover, number
Daugherty.
1, Jackson Daugherty.
Hobbs back ready to punt. Good snap. High punt. Fair catch called at the 40-yard line. So
Fair catch by Jackson Daugherty at the 40.
got about on the exchange of punts. Hanover
First and 10.
gained about 7 yards on the exchange of punts. So it'll be 1st and 10, the second drive by the Hanover Panthers. Wind starting to flow right to left now. Wazinski looking over the defense. Going to hand the ball off on the option and getting good yardage, cutting back inside will be Conan.
Sean Conan carries the ball. Tackle made by
Second
Carl
down
Weir
and 4.
at the 46.
Good
and
first down yardage. And the quarterback's going to be sacked
Quarterback Noah
back to the 38-yard line. First in there was Simeon Watson.
3rd down and 11 at the 39.
3rd down and 11. Cone the back. Wazinski the quarterback. 4 wideouts. 2 on either side. Going to pass over the middle. And let's see where they put him. And they gave him a really good spot.
To Connor Gibson, tackle by Simeon Watson.
Oh, no.
He was not across the 50. He was not across the 50-yard line, and they set it at the 50. He was back before he got hit before the 50-yard line, and the referees see it differently, giving him a first down. The officials, 9:55 left to go. To Conan, he'll break through again and shreds that Maryville line, and we get a flag. And this is going to go against the Maryville bench, I believe.
The ball, tackle by Ja'Cory Jackson. There is a flag on the play.
Sideline warning, maybe.
Sideline interference. Number 6, Maryville. 15-yard penalty. Results in a touchdown.
So that's a sideline, no warning, just a sideline infraction.
After the penalty,
They said it was number 6.
26.
So it's a 15-yard penalty. And they'll throw the little quick hitch out there, and it's going to be completed and a pretty good gain on first down. Maryville does not have an answer
Wazinski's pass is complete
for those
to
quick
Connor
passes.
Gibson, tackled by Hayden Tanner.
So second down and 8.
18, second down, 2.
Second and 2. They're give it to the tailback, and he'll get into the mesh and get the first down, it looks like. Nine minutes, 9 seconds left to go. 14-3, Maryville down to Hanover. Now, this team went to the NCAA last year, did Hanover, in the tournament. So they've got a first down at the 18. Make it 14. They're going to hand it off, and again, good yardage. They get through that first line in the mesh, and they're going to get 5 and 6 yards.
Walt Ballinger carries the ball.
Ballinger down to the 10. 2nd and 6.
Combine on the tackle.
It's down to the 10, excuse me. Wodzinski going to go back to pass, looking, and he's going to be tackled from behind at the 20. Trenton Cumbie with the sack, 6'3", 230. Goes back to the 19. Third down and 15. Ball right at the 19-yard line. 7:55 left to go. Backside blitz from Cumbie. Wodzinski looking over the defense. They've got to get down to the 5. It's usually something over the middle. Here comes the blitz again. And that's going to be a 4th down.
Wodzinski's pass complete to Connor Gibson.
They spot the ball on the 8. Actually,
Agnew makes the tackle.
Maryville got a pretty good spot there.
4th down, 4 yards to go.
4th and 4. They're going to go for the extra point, the field goal. It'll be a 25-yard field goal.
To attempt the field goal out of the hold of
Sterner
favored.
will be the extra point kicker. Snap, set, and this one looks good on the inside right, and it's good. It's 17-3. So the Panthers score first blood, and it's now 17-3 here in the third quarter at Maryville with 7:03 left to go in this period.
Kicking off.
So getting ready to kick off that drive.
Austin Stirrer, deep for Maryville, number 8, Connor Chandler, and number 21, Brian Tillery.
Not giving us the stat I need, so we'll sit back. Drive started on about the 40. And this kick is going to come up to about the 12-yard line. To the 20, 25, and out across the 30 goes Maryville. Chandler returning.
Tackle made by Devontae Hardeman. At the 31, it's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 for Maryville. Last drive resulted in a punt. Little swing pass to the outside, almost intercepted, and that would have been a pick 6. That was Caleb Grabbert.
Trevor Thomas's pass is incomplete, broken up by Caleb Grabbert. 2nd down, 10 at the 31.
2nd and 10. Maryville has threw deep early in this game, but that was about it. And Maryville is not getting anything here on defense. Pretty basic plays.
Jacob Bunch carries the ball. BJ
Be third down
Williams
and let's call it 9.
combine on the tackle.
And Maryville's got a player with a hiccup down in the field. And that's the tight end. That's Terry Stewart, the senior. And you can hear that first drive by Hanover went 52 yards, 4 minutes and 13 seconds. Hanover's first drive ended in a punt. Maryville's ended in a punt. Then Hanover with a field goal, and now Maryville with 3rd and 10. And not seeming able to get anything going. Terry Stewart off under his own power. Stewart from Pleasant Grove, Alabama, senior, 6'3", 230. So 3rd and 10. Make it 3rd and 9. 3 wideouts to the right side. That's Watkins, Gentry, and Ogle. Far side cannot see who that is. Need to get the ball to the 40, beyond the 41. And Maryville gets sacked, fumbled, picked up by the Hanover Panthers. Touchdown, Panthers. That is Taylor, make that Ross Eckert. Ross Eckert.
Trevor Thomas is sacked by Carson Plessinger.
Maryville turns the ball over again.
Matt Ryer returns the football 18 yards for the touchdown. Austin Surer to attempt the extra point out of the hold of Alex Fabert.
Stewart getting ready to kick the extra point. Waiting for a man to come out. They got plenty of time. And that goes through the uprights. And good. 24-3 now with 5:57 left. 10 quick points by the Panthers. Put Maryville in a big hole by 21 points. We'll be right back.
Thank their key sponsors for the 2020 season. One partnership in Joe Morgan. OTs, Premier Transportation, Lacan Wealth Management.
Welcome back, everybody. 24-3 your score on the fumble pickup by Hanover. Touchdown made by Ross Eckert, a junior from Huntingtonburg, Indiana, with the touchdown. And this is going to sail deep to Pierre Watkins. Watkins at the 1. He'll go left, cut up the center, and
Pierre Watkins returns the kick. Davey Miner makes the
at the 16. And where are they going to put it now? Let's wait till they set it. Looks like foot's on the 18. And they'll send it center field. 5:36 left. Maryville down by 21 here at home. 10 quick points here in the second half in the first 9 minutes and 24 seconds. Ball goes to Maryville tailback, and he's going to get out across the 20. Hawkins carrying the ball. Hawkins almost had 100 yards last week. Second and 5, good first down yardage for Maryville. Goes to Hawkins to the outside. He'll cut it up inside, and no go. I believe he got any yardage on that.
Chris Hawkins carries the ball. Chase Cope makes the tackle. Third down 5 at the 23.
Third and 5. Maryville coming out a little sluggish here in the second half. Need a good play here to pick it up. 4:19 left to go, third quarter. Maryville down 24-3. Fake to Hawkins.
Hey, you throw that,
Yeah, there's going to be offensive pass interference.
Yeah. It's only 15 yards, but.
Quarterback Drew Blair's pass is intercepted. However, there is a flag on the play.
Did he intercept that?
Yeah, it was an interception, but that I believe is going to come back. Number 32 for Hanover, Dakota Mannion, arguing with the referees. He's about ready to get a penalty. So that's 15 yards. That'll give Maryville first down. I don't know that Trevor Thomas could throw the ball that far with the wind in his face. Ball out to the 38, first and 10. New quarterback in for Maryville. Hand off, tailback, and he'll get out to the 45. Drew Blair is the quarterback.
Hawkins carries the ball. Tackle made by Carson Plessinger. At the 45, it's second down 3.
New quarterback.
Drew Blair, now the new quarterback for Maryville. Send a man in motion left-right. He'll hand off, and they're going to get a penalty. It's a tough call there, though.
He threw him down.
Yeah, you can't. Yeah, it's unnecessary roughness, I believe. Personal foul. So Maryville benefiting with some mistakes by Hanover now into Hanover territory. First and 10, ball down to the Hanover 38. So the penalties have helped Maryville. Going to throw deep downfield.
Okay, that was
That should be pass interference.
Blair's pass is incomplete, intended for
You can't put your hand on the guy before he, push him like that. And Coach Hayes is livid down there. And number 10, who was the defender on that, Kiefer Askew, taking a slow walk off the field.
Might have been uncatchable, but he was pushed him. Reed slowed him down.
After years of watching these games, playing the game, you never win an argument with an official. So it's going to be second down. Well, I'm not sure what's going on here. I didn't see a penalty flag. So they're ready to start the clock.
40 seconds. He wants 40.
Yep, they'll put it to 40 now. There we go. So second down and 10, ball at the Hanover 38. Maryville needs to get something going offensively. Drew Blair, the quarterback for Maryville. Little handoff to the tailback. And squirting through and getting a few good yards for Maryville is Tevin Thrower. Third and 6. .250 left to go in this third period. Maryville down by 21 points. And the pass is going to be complete. Breaking a tackle is Watkins, and Watkins gets knocked out of bounds. Gets knocked out of bounds inside the 20 at the 16-yard line. Maryville with a hurry-up offense. Blair is from Kings Academy, right here from Maryville, Tennessee. And the pass complete. And we got a touchdown on the pass to the outside. Touchdown Collier from Blair, 16 yards. So a little spark, 2:20 left to go. Maryville with a touchdown. First career college pass by the Kings Academy graduate. Extra point attempt by Hubbs. And that sails through the upright, and it's good, and it's 24-10 as Maryville comes back with a drive of their own. 2:20 left to go, third period. See if we can get some. Couple of scores, as you might have heard. Catholic playing Methodist in the USA South. Methodist up 24-3. And Wisconsin Oshkosh over Huntington at halftime, 30-0. Averett leads Ferrum 28-0 at in the second quarter. Maryville up or down now, 24-10. Let's see if the defense can get back on track. And this putt's going to go to the right side down to the 15-yard line, to the 20, to the 25, and maybe a little more than that, to the 27-yard line. Just want to thank our quick sponsors here, our key sponsors for this 2019-20 season. Blunt Partnership, Kenjo Markets, GoTees, Premier Transportation, LeConte Wealth Management, Airport Hilton, and Firehouse Subs. Please support these local businesses and thank them for making Blount County and the Maryville community such a special place for all Maryville College, its staff, administration, and, of course, for its students. 1st and 10, Hanover. Little handoff to the outside, and nothing going. Something fired Maryville up, not sure what it was. Ronald Eccles with the tackle and a little fire. 1:51 left. It's a 2-yard loss, 2nd and 12. Maryville down 24-10. Play clock down to 15. Tailback Conan. It's 5'10", 185. He'll get the ball. He'll cut to the left, and he's going to get maybe 2 yards. Tackle made by Caden Harbin.
Carries the ball. Caden Harbin makes the tackle at the 28. 4th down 10.
Hardin from Halls High School right here up the road in Knoxville, Tennessee. Eating up as much clock as they can. Smart thing to do are the Hanover Panthers. Maryville fans getting into it. Here comes the rush, the throw over the middle, incomplete, dropped by Taylor Blindstein. Blindstein had a man right in front of him bearing down on him. Maybe took his eye off the ball waiting to get that hit. So it'll be a punt for Maryville. Oberhausen getting ready to punt. Back deep will be Clayton Ogle, the senior. Ogle from Seymour, Tennessee. Fair catch at the 35. And somebody missed an assignment there because, and we get a penalty against Maryville. And coming off the field, and probably going to stay off the field, is Jarvis Stevens for Maryville, number 15. He cost Maryville 15 yards right there. But I have to say, today the officials are very quick to pull the trigger. We've had 2 penalties for sideline infractions, which we've gotten warnings before, but never penalties. One against the Panthers, one against Maryville. This will set Maryville back 15, down back to the 20. So Maryville with some excitement and now a little damper on their fire. Let's see if they can pick it up. Back in at quarterback will be Drew Blair. Drew Blair right up the road at Kings Academy was a quarterback there. Pretty good sized boy. Blair 6'2", 185. He'll go back to pass. Going to run out of the pocket. And he'll get himself some good yardage on the scramble. Never played it down before today. And good to see him getting some feet under him. The game will get slower for him, as they say. He'll be able to see things quicker, and that's the point. Bunch is in the back. 15 seconds left before the fourth quarter. 24-10, Maryville down. They're going to go back to pass. And that is the end of the quarter. That play takes a long time to develop. Need to throw that pass to the short side, in my opinion. But what do I know? Anyway, that's the end of the third quarter. Maryville with the ball. It'll be 2nd down and 5. Make it 3rd and 2. And Maryville down 24-10. We'll be back in a few minutes. Excuse me, in just a moment. We're back, and Maryville's got a 3rd down and 2. They're at their own 27-yard line. Ball has to get across the 29. It's 15 minutes left. Maryville down by 14 points. Back to pass. And taking the sack is Drew Blair. Got to throw the ball away. Blair, just a freshman, in his first action today. Was today. So Maryville has to punt. And back deep will be Jackson Daughtery. Ian Hubbs is a senior, 6'1", 175. Pretty good punt. And to the 48-yard line. Good field position for Hanover. Maryville's got to put some D on the field right now again with 14 minutes left to go in the game. They're down by 14. Noah Wazinski.
In the backfield. They had 5 men in the backfield.
That's Conan with a run of about maybe 2. 2nd and 8. Gain of 1, 2nd and 9. Hanover taking as much time as they can, which is the right thing to do. Second and 9. Little play into the mish and getting to the outside, and we've got a flag. I don't know what the flag was for, but it was. We'll see what happened. It may have been a false start by the wide out this side. So it was a hold on somebody. Let's see who it is. Austin Smith going in for Maryville now. He's a freshman. 6'1", 250. .49 was the hold. Smith is from Marietta, Georgia. As the wind picks up. Second and 16 or 17. Noah Wazinski back to pass. Going to throw that quick pass, and it's caught for about 3 or 4 yards. Third down and 13. Maryville is sending in Trey Chandler from Kings Academy, also a junior defensive lineman. Third and 13. .10 on the play clock. Back to pass, looking. Throw that ball in the middle, and it's complete, but it's not going to be a first down. The fourth down ball at the 45 of Maryville to be 4th and 3.
Wazinski's pass is complete to Matt Pika at the 45. 4th down, 3.
It's like a punting situation here, but they're going to let it run all the way down and maybe call a timeout. Now they're going to go 4th down. Let's see if they try to draw Maryville off sides here with a hard count. No, they go quick. And the quarterback's going to escape and slides for the first down.
Quarterback Noah Wazinski carries the ball.
And we got holding against Hanover. That's going to set it back 10, and that should send in the punting unit. The holding was on Cameron McClure, the sophomore. That'll set him back 10, and from where the hold was, which I guess was about the line of scrimmage. So with 11:40 left to go in the game, Maryville will get the ball back. And back will be Clayton Ogle. Last time Maryville missed an assignment, they had their jet, the Hanover defender, sprint downfield with no one touching him. And there he goes. And that's a coaching issue. That's the center, and no one touches the center, and he sprints down there. It's probably a sign, something that the coaches knew and know, but decided that it wasn't an issue. So 11:25 left to go in the game. Maryville gets the ball back. 24-10 is the score. Drew Blair in there at quarterback right now for Maryville. And it's Bunch going to run, and he's going to get thrown for about a 5-yard loss. And they're just keying on Bunch, and
Sam Smith and Carson Plessinger combined.
it's a 4-yard loss.
At the 20, second down 5. Second down 15.
Second and 15. Drew Blair is 2 of 3 for 34 yards passing. Second and 15. Blair will go back to pass. And it's caught over the middle at the 45-yard line. Be caught by Maryville's Andrew Gentry, the 6'1", 190-pound sophomore.
At the 45, it's
First and 10, Maryville. Back to pass again. Throw this ball to the outlet pass, wide open, and Maryville will get close to the first down.
pass is complete to Logan Parker. He's pushed out of bounds by
Logan Parker, freshman from Calhoun, Georgia, on the reception. Maryville emptying the bench and putting in a lot of players who apparently haven't played before. And they seem to be doing quite well. Another little screen to Gentry.
Blair's pass is complete.
And we've got a cramp on the field. The person with the cramp down there is B.J. Williams, the defensive tackle. He'll come off. Ball at the 39. 10-10 left to go in this game. Maryville down 24-10.
Parker steps out of bounds at the 39. Second down.
Ball at the 39. Clock begins to run. True Blair, the quarterback, back to pass, little handoff. And getting some yardage is Jacob Bunch. I can hear people saying throw the flag, but what I saw was Maryville holding that time. Close to it anyway.
Chase Cope and Sam
So it's 3rd and 4.
3rd down 4.
2 down territory, I would think. Jacob Bunch in the backfield. And we've got a flag. 2 men in motion.
Man in motion.
Quarterback Drew Blair carries the ball. There's a flag on the play.
You can't run in motion and not stop when another man goes in motion. That's the second time Maryville's done that today. I need to work that out. So that's
Down 9 at the 40.
3rd and 9 now. So let's see what Drew Blair can do. We'll go back to pass, and that ball just kind of sailed on him.
Blair's pass is incomplete, intended for Clayton Ogle, defended by Cornell Dash.
Carson Plessinger in there with the pressure.
43.
Coach Martin down there with a headset on, right about the 45-yard line, sending in plays to the offense. Played at the University of Tennessee and also into the pros for a few years. Good man to have around. Back to pass. And the quarterback on the 4th down runs the ball. Not sure if that wasn't a
Quarterback Drew Blair carries the ball.
design play, but that gives
Oguruyi makes the tackle.
that gives
Carson Plessinger
the ball back to Huntington at the 40-yard line
goes over on down.
with 8:42 left to go in the game. Maryville down 24-10. And here comes the offense for the Panthers. Comes the blitz on the outside. And getting some good running room is Connor. And Connor gets the first down.
Conan carries the ball.
Conan.
Pushed out of bounds by
Maryville got caught blitzing.
at the 46. 1st and 10 for Hanover.
Run the same play again. Why not? First down. Maryville down 24-10 to Hanover. Hanover doing the right thing by letting the clock tick. Five on the play clock. And this time, Conan goes nowhere, tackled
Carries the ball. Trey Chandler makes the tackle.
by number 97, Trey Chandler. So that's a loss of 1, second and 11. Clock ticking. Maryville got the ball back a couple of times, and they still need it twice. Cannot give up a first down here. And just a couple of yards.
Walt Ballinger carries the ball. Ronald Eccles makes the tackle.
Third down and 7.
Third down 8.
We'll make it 3rd and 8. Hanover bleeding the clock. Maryville's way. Little handoff, and again tackled by Trey Chandler. Thrown for a loss.
Trey Chandler with the tackle.
So the Hanover Panthers will have to punt.
At the 46, it's 4th down 10.
Well, I saw him get tackled in the backfield about a yard back. So as the clock sets, and it'll go down. Hanover will have to punt, and Maryville will go back out.
Braden Oberhausen comes in to punt.
Oberhausen getting ready to punt.
5, Clayton Ogle.
Oberhausen is a sophomore from Fern Creek, Kentucky. Ogle back deep, and again, Maryville's going to let the center alone probably, and Josh Shefke will get down there quickly, and he does. Inside the 10 is Ogle. And that he was looking right into the sun. If I was Ogle at that point, I would have let that ball hit because that ball was in the sun. So Maryville gets the ball back, down 2 scores with 5 minutes, 29 seconds left to go. And Drew Blair, the quarterback, his first action this season, or let's say his first action ever, and has done an okay job. And gets the ball out to Ogle, and Ogle's going to get close to the first down.
Blair's pass complete to Clayton Ogle.
Good thing about that, the clock stops, and you get it'll be 2nd and inches, I guess. No.
Ball is at the 19,
First and 10. And right up the gut, getting 10 or 12 yards, maybe 15, is Chris Hawkins. Hawkins, a freshman running back from Jefferson City. Merrill with 2 plays, 20 yards. 5 minutes, 5 seconds left to go. Quarterback throws it out. He's out of the pocket and throws it away.
It will be 2nd down 10 at the 30.
They were going to run this little screen out to the right side, but good heads-up play by the linebacker there for the Panthers. Graybart, he went in and was standing there right in the middle of it. Good defensive play. And again, up the middle and getting close to 10 yards is Chris Hawkins.
Chris Hawkins carries the ball. Cornell Dash makes the tackle.
It's going to be 2nd in inches. Well, now they put it back.
Ball is at the 43. 3rd down.
Now they put it back a whole extra yard. And that is intercepted by by Kiefer Askew. And that's all she wrote. It appears. With 4:25 left to go in the game, Hanover intercepts the 3rd turnover of the game for Maryville. And Hanover will try to run out the clock. First and 10. Hanover is going to try to run out the clock. And to the outside goes Connor, and Connor steps out of bounds. Connor would have been better off falling down and not gaining the yardage.
Sean Conan carries the ball. Steps out of bounds at the 46.
Conan at the 46. They'll set it at the 46 of Maryville. 2nd down and 7 with 4:10 left to go. 16 on the actual play clock. And expect them to run the ball again, and this time it will be Walter Ballinger. And Ballinger right up the middle, and Ballinger's going to go all the way, and he'll stumble into the end zone for a touchdown. Well, 46 yards for the touchdown. And now Maryville has a daunting task. They will get the ball back, but they'll be down 31-10 if this extra point is correct. Extra point by Struer. Hold by Fabert. And that goes through, and it is good. 31-10 your score on the 46-yard touchdown run by Walter Ballinger. Coach is talking to the linebackers, trying to figure out where they were. Tough pill to swallow. Maryville looks like they're going to go 0-3 before they go into conference play. Maryville's had some injuries. The first-team quarterback out. Second-team quarterback replaced by a freshman. Never played before today. Ball picked up at the 5 by Watkins. Watkins cuts it back to the middle and gets across the 30 for 35. And he'll be at the 40, make it 36-yard line. And back in at quarterback is Trevor Thomas.
Justice Thurman makes the tackle. At the 36, 1st and 10 for Maryville College.
Thomas back at quarterback. He started. Tevin Thrower in at tailback. That's Thrower with the shift. Back to pass. And that ball is going to be caught for about a 10-yard, 9-yard gain. Ball at the 45.
Give it to him. Come on, lineman.
Ball at the 45.
At the 45, 2nd and 1.
Got to get out of bounds, young man.
Thomas's pass complete to Logan Parker.
Logan Parker
Tackle made by Adam Graber.
from Calhoun, Georgia.
49. It's first and 10, Maryville.
And getting himself some good yardage down to the 42 is made Tevin Thrower. Kevin Thrower. They're going to stop the clock as
By Sam Smith.
Zach Lehman getting up slowly. See who can they get somebody in there. Yeah, they should be ready to go. But they're not. Here we go. Tailback is Tevin Thrower. Motion goes Eccles from left to right. Back to pass. Little screen and covered nicely on the defense by Dakota Mannion.
Thomas's pass
It's going to be a loss.
Kevin Thrower. Third down 6 at the 45.
Under 4 minutes left to go. Back to pass. Quarterback's going to get about a yard. He'll be thrown for a loss. Actually, it'll be fourth down.
Quarterback Trevor Thomas is sacked by Chase Cope.
You know, and 132 left to go in the game. This is where you got to make some quick passes and, you know, make things happen. Get the ball out to your athletes and let them run down the field. I haven't been able to throw long. They've been unsuccessful. 4th and 10. Maryville's got to get to the 39-yard line of Hanover. And he'll throw that long. And so on 2 4th-down possessions, Maryville
Pass is incomplete.
in the last 2 did not execute.
10 for Hanover at the 49.
So that turns the ball over. 1:08 left to go. 31-10 your score. Hanover leading Maryville. Want to thank our sponsors, our key sponsors for the 2019 and 20 season. Blunt Partnership, Kenjo Markets, GoTees.com, or just GoTees, Premier Transportation, LeConte Wealth Management, Airport Hilton, and Firehouse Subs. Please support these local businesses and thank them for making Blount County and Maryville community such a special home for Maryville College and its students. And they'll just take the ball upfield and try to run out the clock. 2-yard gain. Tailback in there.
Jake Namaznak
Namazak,
carries the ball. Trace Condra and Nico
50 seconds left to go. Maryville will go to 0-3. Hanover 2-1.
8 at the 49.
Next game will be Maryville. This should be the opening of the conference. They will be at Brevard next week. And then that's on the 5th, excuse me. They'll get a bye week. And then on the 12th, they'll be at Huntington. They'll be back home on October 19th. So it'll be quite a while before we get back here. And the Maryville will go down today, losing 31-10 to Hanover. Maryville goes to 0-3. Hanover goes to 2-1. I'll give you some stats after we wrap it up, and I'll be right back as the game ends.
They return to action in 2 weeks on October the 5th at Brevard. That will be a 3 o'clock kickoff. The following week, October the 12th at Huntington. That is a 2 o'clock kickoff, and we're back here on October the 19th, homecoming Network-Maryville and Methodist, 2 o'clock kickoff on October the 19th. We'll see you then. Please drive safely.
Well, let's quickly go over some stats. Here's the final score is 31-10. Hanover beating Maryville today. Maryville going to 0-3. Hanover goes to 2-1. Let's pull up our stats here. So Maryville gets a touchdown or a field goal first by Ian Hubbs, a 25-yard field goal. That drive, 8 plays, 38 yards, took 4 minutes and 1 second. Maryville led 3-0 at the 10:59 mark. At the 7:30 mark in the second quarter, Hanover scores a touchdown, a 3-yard run by Sean Cohen. Stour the kick. Hanover drive was 11 plays, 62 yards, took 3 minutes and 21 seconds. Also in the second quarter, as the quarter ended, Maryville had the ball and could not drive. With 1:41 left, Hanover takes the ball from their own 40-yard line and goes for the touchdown with no time on the clock. It was a 3-yard pass from Noah Wazinski to Jared Frank. So Maryville down 14-3 at half. Hanover comes out with a 25-yard field goal to open up the scoring in the second half. Hanover led 17-3 with 7:03 left to go in the third quarter. Also in the third quarter, Maryville fumbles the ball and picked up by Matt Rear. He goes 22 yards. Hanover now led 24-3 at the 5-minute and 57 mark in the third quarter. Maryville takes the ball. Stats go off. Here they come back. And they'll score in the final quarter. Maryville scores a touchdown on a 16-yard pass from Collier to Drew Blair. And the last touchdown was not here in the fourth quarter, was a run right up the middle of 41 yards by the tailback for Hanover, and that would have been Walter Ballinger. Final score, 31-10. Maryville goes to 0-3, and their next game will be next week at Brevard. And then they'll be at Huntington, and then it'll be homecoming on October 19th at 2 p.m. here against Methodist. Some individual stats. Maryville had 12 first downs, 5 passing, 5 rushing, 2 by penalty. Their third down efficiency, 5 of 10, not bad. They ran 43 total plays. They had the ball 23 minutes, 59 seconds. And these stats have not been updated, so I apologize. We'll try to get them updated here in a second. Yeah, they're stuck at 24-10, so we don't have the stats for you, so I apologize. So Maryville will return to action next week or 2 weeks at Brevard, a 1 p.m. time. You can hear that on mcscotts.com. Then they'll go to Huntington the next week on the 12th. You can also hear that MC Scott on mcscotts.com. And then they're back home for homecoming against Methodist at 2 p.m. on October 19th. So I'll wrap it up right now. And if you would like to come on out, be here for homecoming on the 19th of October. George DeBobby saying so long, everybody. See you next time.